The indie comics world needs a fearless reviewer. Look out, it's Richie's Reviews!
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Richie's Reviews. I'm Richie, and today I will be reviewing No Spell Lasts Forever, written by Sarah Cook, drawn by Aimee Hawley, and presented by Killer Tater Tots Comics. Sounds delicious. I love tots.
Tots.
And even if they are killer, I would probably still eat all the tots.
Tots.
You know what else sounds delicious? This book, because of Sarah Cook's writing. Earlier this year, I got my hands on an anthology called Faster Than Light, and she had written a story in there called The Chasm, a Mayfly story, and it gripped me. Now, why it gripped me will become relevant as I talk about No Spell Lasts Forever, because my suspicions were confirmed when I read this comic because I love The Chasm, and that's because Sarah is one hell of a great storyteller. There should be a campfire just following her around as she shines a flashlight under her chin, being primed and ready for our attention. This single comic, No Spells Last Forever, is called The Fixer and is part of a series, and others are on their way. If you are interested, they are now being offered on Kickstarter. The link is in the description below. Now, what I realized over the years while reading comics is many people have very interesting concepts that attract the curiosity of our little nerd community. Zombies, aliens, superheroes, vampires, robots.
Not a robot. Cyborg.
Zombie superheroes fighting aliens that have made vampire robots to take over the world. That actually doesn't sound like a bad idea. Let me jot that idea down. But those comics pretty much write themselves, and are extremely popular and sought out. But what makes a good writer into a great writer, in my opinion, is winning me over after I read it, even though the subject wasn't my cup of tea initially. No Spell Lasts Forever is a character-driven noir with a little magical twist, and not normally what I look for in my personal taste, but let me try to convince you to look past that if you are willing. First, the artwork and color scheme by Aimee Hawley is perfect for a story like this. Simple, concise, and precise in presenting the scenes of this tale to the viewer with accurate accounts. There are actually establishing panels that many unfortunately neglect nowadays, and the scene changes are smooth and obvious. The visual storytelling is flawless, which utilizes the writing in more accurate ways. And what I mean by this is a lot of creators still feel the need to explain every detail of their world with constant exposition in the very first issue, instead of showing it in the art and letting the story unfold naturally. They are super heavy with their dialogue, abandoning the visual medium that they have at their disposal to sacrifice story for big action pages. What I love about this book is it takes advantage that it is a comic and utilizes those positive attributes. Sarah, as the writer, uses this opportunity to create interesting dialogue about the morality and history of the characters themselves, so that we actually care about them. Whether you are Police Chief Valez and his smart aleck daughter, Beatrice, it took only one page to understand their personalities and the nature of their relationship. Or maybe we should mention the crime boss Cutler Gray and his impact on the city. Or his complicated relationship with his competition Vic. Nothing needed to be said, but the feelings and insinuations are all there for deep diving intrigue. And of course, let's talk about the main character, Rosette Diamond, and her inner monologue, because it wouldn't be a noir without an inner monologue, and of course a matching fedora. And how it was used was remarkable. The monologue, not her hat. The hat just went on her head. I guess it was utilized perfect also, but nothing amazing there. It was the narration that gave us an organic way to look inside the thoughts of the character and realize what kind of person she is. And the fact that she does have an idea of what a moral compass is. And may even possess the will to enforce it, but not yet. Because that is what a character arc is. So for now, right and wrong are just fleeting ideas that do not matter when rivaling her needs to survive. A gal's gotta eat. I do have one criticism though. It's not about the story, not about the characters. Don't read the synopsis on the back of the book if you desire to be spoiler free. It looks like it was written to describe the entire series as a whole, not this single issue. And it gives a profound idea of what the ending might be. It did for me. And that was a big disappointment because it was one hell of a cliffhanger. Other than that, though, we have a winner. This book is proof Sarah understands the 3-act structure, character developments, foreshadowing, payoffs, and building suspense for a continued interest towards future issues. I say you should not only pick it up and see it for yourself, but support the Kickstarter as well. I really don't think you'll be sorry. But hey, that's just my opinion.